7th player with a triple-double in a team debut all time. First ever to have a 30-point triple-double. You see the Nets triple-doubles since the 2012-2013 season. Karis LeVert with one, Kyrie Irving, and D'Angelo Russell the others. As we welcome you back to the Brooklyn Nets post-game show, Ryan Rucco, Richard Jefferson with you. You know, Richard, you talked earlier about the other guys and the opportunities they will get as a result of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and eventually Kyrie Irving being on the floor. And one of those guys is Joe Harris, who is going to have more space than he's ever had in his career, and we saw some of that tonight.
Oh, yeah, Joe Harris is definitely going to be one of the guys that gets an opportunity to eat. Why? Because all of the superstars that the Nets have are very good passers. They are all used to being able to get shooters involved because they know that look, Kevin Durant didn't even look at the rim there. He just wanted to get to Joe right on the money very, very quickly. And look, even though Joe had a little bit of a tweak ankle, we know that Beef Jerky Joe is going to get up. He's going to go in there, rub some dirt on it, some Sasquatch spit, and he's going to be fine. Look, first play back, 7 seconds in, knocks down a three. There's nothing that my man Joe Harris can't do.
That Lake Chelan, Washington dirt to heal the ankle. You see the shot chart for Joe Harris, 6 of 11 from the floor, 17 points for Jolton Joe. Take a look at the game summary from tonight's action. The Nets putting up 38 points in the fourth quarter to break away. Nikola Vucevic, always an issue for Brooklyn, had a monster game. Harden, the 32, 12, and 14, 4 steals as well. How about Durant? A season-high 42 points, and Brooklyn has its first 3-game winning streak of the season. Time to hear from Nets head coach Steve Nash with the media, including our Michael Grady.
Coach, just can you give us an idea of what you liked just from James Harden's performance out there and what it was like incorporating him into everything that you guys did today?
Well, he stuffed the stat sheet. Wow, almost a quadruple-double. But, I mean, obviously James is a brilliant basketball player, and we got to incorporate him, find a way to make this thing gel and put him in a position to do what he does and for him to make each of our guys better. But he, you know, got to the line 15 times. He made threes, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 4 steals. You know, we know what he is. He's a world-class basketball player. So we'll continue to build and get better and try to figure this out where everyone is, you know, a threat and we make each other better.
Michael Grady with Yes Network.
And Coach, in what ways did James exceed your expectations in a debut?
Well, I just think, you know, he's had obviously a very strange start to the season, stop-start year. He's not in his best condition yet. So for him to do as many things as he did on the basketball floor tonight was incredible. And, you know, it's great to get one under his belt and for him to kind of, you know, feel his teammates in the building, and we'll just keep building. But he was, you know, incredible for a guy who, like I said, is just trying to get himself in shape.
And the guys, you know, around him and guys making plays, Bruce Brown, the big three late, you know, there's going to be a lot of talk about, you know, Kyrie, Kevin, and James. But, you know, how important are those other guys on the roster? Well,
you know, it can't just be, you know, your top guy, your top 2, your top 3 guys. You know, you got to play team basketball. Everyone's got to be a threat. Everyone's got to play their role, know their role. And so those are things we have to figure out. But, you know, I thought I was exceptional tonight. You know, Joe played well. Bruce played well. You know, Jeff gave us some important veteran experience. And, you know, you go down the line and guys contributed. So it was, you know, I think a game that could have gone the other way. You know, we were... You know, it took us a while to find it and to pull away, but you know, it wasn't clean at all. It wasn't easy, but you know, that's a tribute to their team, and but we got a lot to build on.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey Steve, it's obvious. It's only one game, short sample size, but I mean, when James says, well, you know, I'm going to facilitate and I'm going to pass and I'm going to make my teammates better and do all those things, it's different from saying it's actually going out and doing it. How encouraging was it for you to see the way he threaded passes the way he rebounded, the way he did all of those things that he was saying he was going to.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. We've had a pretty big sample size of him doing that the last 6 to however many years he's been in the league, but it's not easy. You know, like we said, he's not in his best condition yet. He's joined a new group, you know, with basically no practice time and figured it out on the fly. So, you know, I think, you know, he had a bunch of turnovers tonight that are just because he's new to the team and group, and you're thrown out there in an NBA game where the other team's an excellent coach basketball team, and they're going to scheme and they're going to make it difficult, and so those types of things are normal. But all the things he did accomplish on the floor were incredible for his first evening.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Hey, Steve, I have two for you. First, when you were watching from the sidelines, could you see, oh, yes, I see how Kyrie's going to fit in here, boom, it's going to be easy? Or were you looking at it saying, okay, maybe there's some things that we're going to have to grow and adjust to fit him in here too?
I think we're going to have to continually find how it all works to its best level, to the most effective and efficient standard. But, you know, like throwing Kyrie in the mix makes us better. You know, it's a good problem to have, trying to figure out, you know, where they can coexist to their highest level and standard. So I think it takes time. I think it's going to be an adjustment for everyone, but it's an incredible problem to have and something that I think we'll relish trying to decipher.
And secondly, there was a moment where, you know, Kevin kicks out to Bruce Brown. You have James Harden, all smiles. Was this, I mean, where did this rank in terms of fun that you've had coaching a game this year? Because it sure looked like the players were enjoying themselves. Yeah,
I think everyone was excited. You know, it's obviously you bring a player of James' caliber and his excitement to be here, and everyone was excited. And you know, it's been a fun few days. I mean, as far as the performance, gosh, my head is spinning. Who did we play 3 nights ago? No, three games ago at home. A very good team. Denver. We played Denver. That was a fun evening. We played in New York and had an excellent short staff game where guys moved the ball, played together, and then tonight again, you know, found a way to win. So it's been a fun few games for us, and we needed them. We need to build. We need some positive energy because, you know, we've had some difficult times this year as well. And but tonight, we guys enjoying what they do.
Ian Begley with SNY.
It's Steve. Just I guess over the last couple of days and then moving forward, how much do you lean on or will you lean on Mike D'Antoni in terms of getting to know James's game and how best to implement him?
Well, I think it's, you know, an invaluable resource. I think it'd be silly not to really, you know, lean on Mike for all of his experience with James and their familiarity and how and what James likes and how he works best. So, you know, those are conversations that I'll have with James, but we'll all have as a group and a staff. And Mike, obviously, with his insight and his relationship with James, is invaluable.
And last question will go to Mark Mendina with USA Today.
Yes, Steve, good to see you.